In our meeting of today, I'll walk you through some basic English grammar topics. The reason I focus on grammar is because I want to build a basis and foundation to you to build your language on. However, I do that in English because I prefer to speak English to you so your ears get trained to the beautiful music of English language. Does that mean that you need to understand 100% of what I'm talking about? No. You just need to understand the general meaning and the general sense of what I am talking about here. That is going to give you enough idea and you work on it progressively. In our meeting of today, we are going to talk about the basics of English language and try to understand what they mean. Simply, we will talk to you about nouns, verbs, adjectives, pronouns, prepositions, conjunctions, punctuation, and we'll try to do a series on this purpose to help you get familiar with the beautiful music and grammar of English language. First, we need to understand that English is like a jigsaw puzzle. When we want to talk to people, we have a big pool of vocabulary in our mind. We call it lexicon. The lexicon that we do have is the mental dictionary from which we choose the words and use them to help people understand what we are talking about. In a sense, we use words when we talk to and write to each other. There are thousands of different words in any language, and they all have their own meanings. However, grammar is the way and rule we put these words together through, so they all make sense to us when we talk to people. Words coming from dictionary, whether that's a mental dictionary in our mind or from books that we collect and learn progressively and collectively, are scattered. They do not make sense and do not have any meaning independently unless we put them in a context. Maybe they do have meaning, but this meaning has multiple interpretations. In order to understand what words mean, we need to think about what we want behind this word or that word that we use. When I say I saw a camel, what am I trying to say? I'm trying to deliver a depiction of the kind of scenery that I saw to people to understand me and to communicate interactionally with me. So that's the whole purpose, trying to get to understand what people say and what I say to them. In a nutshell, that's the whole purpose of the existence of English grammar. So, again, words are pieces of a jigsaw. We need to fit them together properly to make sense of the meaning that we are trying to say. So, the kind of words that are scattered here and there do not make sense independently unless, well, they do have, and that's a dictionary meaning, but we need to make sense of them by putting them in this piece that we call it jigsaw puzzle to make sense to us and to people. Make sense to us and to people. So the huge rocket zoomed up into space. An alien traveled to a distant planet is such an example of the pieces of the puzzle where we put them together and in that way they will make sense.